Welcome to the School of Early Childhood Program Information Session, George Brown College. The Land and Treaty Acknowledgement. George Brown College is situated on the sovereign Indigenous territory of the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, the Anishinaabe peoples, the Wendat, and the Mississaugas of the Credit River. We are all treaty people, accountable to the dish with one spoon, 2-row wampum, Treaty 13, and the Williams Treaty. The agenda for this session. In this session, you will receive information regarding what is early childhood education. We'll give you the program overviews, admission requirements, program outcomes, coursework, field experience, student success, why you should choose George Brown College, and what makes us unique. And lastly, the contact information. So you may be asking yourself, what is early childhood education? Well, it's the education and care of young children from infancy to school age. The early years of childhood is a crucial period of child's life. That's where we see most of the brain development and physical growth. Early field aims to support the healthy development of children in order to set them up on a positive path to good health and lifelong learning. In addition to this, it is now a prevalent public policy issue. So, when you think about early child education, you may be asking yourself, who would I work with? You would work with individual children, small and large groups, families, childcare centers, community and school-based programs, infant and toddler, preschool programs, and before and after school programs, and possibly kindergarten classrooms. You would work with special education intervention programs, Ontario Early Years programs, Head Start programs, family supports, home childcare programs, parent-child caregiver drop-in programs, pediatric playrooms, and healthcare settings. This is a wide variety type of programs and not the full list. So early child educators, their roles are to plan and deliver inclusive play-based learning programs, provide care for children in order to promote well-being, holistic development of children from infancy through school age. Also, to establish and maintain inclusive early learning environments that support diverse, equitable, and accessible developmental learning opportunities for all children and families. And lastly, to cultivate responsive relationships with children and families within healthy settings, safe, nurturing, and challenging play environments. We focus on play-based learning, emergent curriculum, and anti-bias and anti-racism curriculum. As an early child educator, you can enter into many careers, from the launching of having a diploma in early child education or a degree in early child education. You may work in advocacy, government, post-secondary institutions, such as maybe working as a field liaison in colleges, full-day kindergarten, or other classroom type settings. You can work in children's services at various levels, family support programs, licensed childcares, private home, as well as recreation programs, day camps. The list is actually quite long. School and program overview. The School of Early Child Education, we offer diplomas and degrees designed to prepare you for the wide variety of careers in the early childhood education field. We offer 3 diploma programs, as well as we offer 3 degree level program options. Programs combine classroom learning and practical hands-on experience. experiential learning opportunities at one of our 12 George Brown College childcare lab schools, and then 3 additional experiences with our partners in the Greater Toronto area. Field placement opportunities help you to build confidence in your skills and give you practical experience in the real world setting. Here is a list of our programs. C100, C130, and C160 are diploma programs, standalone diploma programs. C100 is a 2-year program, C130 is a 10-month fast-track diploma, and C160 is a 16-month accelerated diploma program. When you look at C118 and C114, you will see that they are 4-year consecutive programs. What that means is your first 2 years are done in our ECE program at the diploma level. Once you complete the 2 years, you would automatically get your certification, which is a diploma for those 2 years. The second 2 years following your first 2 years would be either if you go to C118, where you would be studying at Ryerson University to complete your last 2 years of your degree, and there you would graduate with a degree of early childhood education. At George Brown, it's a very similar program. You would do the first 2 years in our ECE program, graduate with your diploma, then you would proceed to the degree program at George Brown College. In completion of that, you would receive your honors degree. Now, if you are already an individual that holds your ECE diploma, then you might be eligible to apply to the C301 program. And that is a 2-year program, and that is the year 3 and year 4 of the honors degree. You would enter in at the 3rd year, and you would have 2 years to complete until graduation. And we'll get to that in a few seconds, a bit more details regarding that program. So the Early Childhood Education Diploma overview, regardless of which Early Childhood Education Diploma program you take, we will teach you to work with several age groups in a variety of early childhood settings. Many of the settings that I've already identified, but now I'd like to hone into the age group that you would actually be studying and learning to work with. You would be working with infants, toddlers, preschool children, kindergartners, and lastly, school-age children up to the age of 12 years. The school year provides opportunities for both academic and field placement experiences throughout all of our programs. However, the exception is when you enter into the C301 program, you do not have any additional field placement experience. However, you have a unique internship experience, and I'll get to that in a moment. The C100 Early Childhood Diploma program, when you graduate from it, you do get a college diploma. We only have a start in January and in September. September is a 2-year entry, January is an 18-month program. So September is a 2-year program, January is an 18-month. A combination of classroom and theory again, and theoretical practice. The C100 admissions is outlined on this particular slide. You need to make note that your courses must be, you must have an Ontario Secondary School Diploma or equivalent with grade expectations as outlined, grade 12 English, grade 12 and grade 11 credits. So be sure to review those so that you know that you do have them when you're applying for the program. Mature student status, we do accept mature students. You must be 19 years of age or older, and you do not have an Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Mature students may take the admissions assessment English test or may consider upgrading to achieve the credits needed in English. C-130 is very similar. It is a fast-track diploma. When you graduate, you receive a diploma. It starts September. The length of the program is 10 months. However, you do need to note, and this is very important, you will have a mandatory 2-week orientation course that must be passed prior to entry to the program. This particular stream is designed for graduates with a diploma or a degree in a related field, a combination again of classroom theory and field practice. Applicants must apply by June prior to the program start to be considered for this particular program. And please note, successful applicants must complete a final field placement in May of the following year. With the C-130 admissions requirements, this slide outlines those things that you can expect that you need to have in order to enter into the program. But just remember, you must have 1 year completed of an early childhood education credential plus experience working with children or a degree or diploma in a related field. And if you are coming in as a mature student or a student that has worked in early child education and you have the requirements, then you will be required to present a resume and references from your employers. All qualified applicants must also complete the following as part of the review process. So an online information session, and then successful completion of a 2-week orientation in June. There is a fee for the 2-week orientation course, and applicants who fail the course will not be allowed to continue into the program. The C-160 Accelerated Early Childhood Education Program, again, you will receive your Ontario College Diploma. It starts in September and it's 16 months continuous, and this means that you will be going to school, you will be attending classes during the summer and doing a field placement during the summer. It's a condensed version of the 2-year diploma program. A combination again of theory and practice is the method of delivery. So C-160 admission, very similar to the others, Ontario Secondary School Diploma or equivalent, and then be sure to check out the requirements regarding English and the other credits that you will be needing. And again, you can apply as a mature student. So please take note, similar to the other C-100 courses. The C-148 Early Childhood Education Consecutive Diploma degree is one of the first ones that is a combination of the diploma studies and the degree studies. So in this particular program, when you graduate, you will actually graduate when you complete. You will graduate with 2 degrees, two certifications. One is the diploma and one is the early childhood leadership degree. We start in September or January for the ECE component, and that first part, the ECE component, is a 2-year study. You receive a diploma. After your completion of the 2 years, then you would move on into the C301, which is the degree component. You will graduate with both your Early Childhood Education Diploma and Honors Bachelor of Early Childhood Leadership degree, as I've already mentioned, from George Brown College. Students earn a George Brown College diploma after year 2, and you will enter into year 3 of the Honors Bachelor degree program. The admissions for this program is slightly different than those of the college level ECE program. So you still need your Ontario School Diploma. You need 6 grade 12 university or 12 university credits or mixed credits with a combined average of 65 or higher, 65% or higher. It's important that you note the percentages of GPA that they're expecting for the English and the mathematics or math and science. So please read that over carefully. Mature student status is available as well, 19 years or older on the first day of class. Again, you're going to have course requirements with grades, so please review those over very closely and take note of the difference between the grades and expectations. There is no admissions assessment for this program, so therefore you do not need to worry about testing. The C118 Early Childhood Education Consecutive Diploma Program is very similar to the C148. Again, you will get a combination. You will get your ECE diploma, and then you will get your Early Childhood Education Studies degree from Ryerson University. It's 2 years of study with George Brown College doing your ECE diploma. Once you are complete, you move on to Ryerson University for 2 additional years. I've already mentioned that when you graduate, you get 2 certifications. One is an ECE, the other one is a Bachelor of Arts degree. A combination again of theory and field practice methods. Students complete the 2 years at George Brown, just a reminder, 2 years at George Brown, and then you enter to do your 3rd and 4th year at Ryerson. Admissions are very similar to those that are required for the C148 and the C301. You do need to ensure that you have the grades and the courses that are required. And again, you can enter at a mature student level. However, it's slightly different for this course. Please note it's an age of 21 years or older, and you must have been out of school for 2 years. And again, please make note of the individual courses and the expectation of grades. And again, there is no testing for admissions for this particular course. Now, if you already have your ECE, you've already graduated, you're interested in coming into the C301 Honors Bachelor of Early Childhood Leadership. It's a fast-track program, meaning you have already completed your ECE and you're now ready to continue your studies and you would like to get your Bachelor of Early Childhood Leadership. This particular program is a 2-year Bachelor of Early Childhood Leadership degree. It's offered by George Brown College. It's equivalent to any degree, any honors degree that you would get at any other college offering honors degrees or university program. It starts in September. It's 2 years in length. So it's a 2-year program suitable for those of you that already have your Early Child Education Diploma and you're wishing now to pursue your degree in Early Childhood Leadership. It prepares you to become a progressive leader in this complex and evolving sector. Provides a deep understanding of both human development and teaching and learning. It's a very exciting course. We offer also with this course, instead of placement, as I mentioned earlier, you do not take additional placements. But what you do have, within the 2 years, you need to take a 14-week full-time unpaid internship. And this takes place generally April to August, which is between semesters 6 and 7. The internship fee is $500, and this is set each year. This internship may be local, elsewhere, in Canada, or international. We've had students do their internship in China, in Thailand, in Jamaica, and in many other countries, as well as in Washington, D.C., with the National Association of Early Child Education, and locally working with government agencies, community agencies, in a wide range of settings. The C301 admissions requirements, as I mentioned, you must have your Early Childhood Education Diploma. And if you're currently graduating or you've just graduated from an ECE program at another school, your GPA must be a 2.5. So anybody that is currently completing their ECE, whether it be at George Brown College or at any other college offering an early childhood education program, you must have a 2.5 or better GPA. If you have already graduated, then what you need to have done, you need to have 3 years of related work experience in ECE. You will need to provide us with a resume and reference letters upon request. Once you make that step and decide you want to attend, before you start the actual program, you need to complete a bridging program. This bridging program is to expose you to university level courses. It also gives us an opportunity to see how well you do functioning and working at a university level. So you will need to complete 3 George Brown continuing education bridging courses. These must be completed by mid-August before the September you wish to apply for the program or attend the program. The bridging courses you must maintain at the very minimum a B-. You will also need to take one liberal studies course. This liberal studies course should be completed by year 3. However, this liberal studies course is a writing course. It is the comprehension and rhetoric course, and I strongly recommend that you pick this course up during the time you're doing your 3 other bridging courses, simply because it will give you support in writing all your essays and understanding how to read journals and understanding research papers. You will also be required to attend an online information session. Those arrangements are made prior to you attending the bridging courses. So if you're interested in the C301, the admissions requirements is to gain advanced standing into the entry of 3rd year. The program only starts in September, and you must take the 3 continuing education bridging courses and the liberal studies course. These courses are offered in the evening, 1 course per semester, or we offer an intense fast track where you can pick all of the courses up during a 7-week period during April to June. Or we offer some of them in the evening during that time period from April to the end of August, so that you're ready to apply to the program and start the degree program come September. To be considered for the Early Childhood Leadership program, applicants must successfully complete the 3 bridging courses, as I've already said, and here they are outlined for you. Applicants accepted into the program will be assigned a faculty advisor. Each individual will get an advisor, and this particular advisor will support them, particularly in your independent study when you're doing your research courses in your 4th year. The coursework for all of our courses we are expecting you to participate and be engaged, to attend classes. We need you to engage in dialogue and discussion, in interactive lectures, and listen to guest speakers. All of these elements are going to give you this knowledge that you need, a wide variety and depth of knowledge that you will need to be a strong early child educator. There's approximately 6 to 7 courses per semester and a field practice and field seminar. This primarily is in the diploma program. In the degree, the breakdown is a little bit different, and you will find out about that, the specifics about the program, when you apply and come in for your online or attend your online information session. The field experience for your ECE diploma portion is 7 weeks, 4 days a week, or 3 for the C118 and C148, and 8-hour days. So in the end, you're going to have 4 field placements where you will gain understanding of of the workings of a child care center. You get real experience working with children, understanding how to apply curriculum, how to do observations, how to communicate and work with families. You'll gain a wide range of skills and very practical skills, skills that are required for when you graduate as an early childhood educator. Students will work with children of different age groups and in a variety of settings. Opportunities will be given to you to integrate and apply theory and practice. George Brown is very unique. We are the only learning institution, college or university, that operates 12 childcare centers located across the city. We have 12 of them, and they're located all on the subway line, so easy to access. We also have access to many, many high quality early childhood centers in the Toronto Public Schools and in the Toronto community. Lab schools, though, looking at our 12 lab school centers, lab schools expose you to the kinds of environments where you will eventually work and provide valuable services to families and communities that you will serve. Once you move forward and you become a student, you want to start thinking about all the services, counseling, accessibility, learning services, tutoring, all of these to support you to be successful. But I'd like to just draw your attention to accessible learning services. George Brown offers many resources and services to support all of our students. But if you have been identified in your high school programs, it's important that you carry your IEP to our accessible learning services, and they will be able to set you up with accommodations to support you going forward. Tutoring and learning, if you're having difficulty, we have peer tutors. We have also the Learning Center, which will support you in writing. We have counselors. We have a full range of services to support our students, to ensure our students have all the opportunities to be successful. So why might you choose George Brown College? Well, George Brown is an amazing learning institution. At George Brown, you have access to many resources. As an early childhood education student, you have access to the Ryerson Library, the Ryerson RAC facilities, which is their sports facilities, both of them, including an Olympic-sized swimming pool and fitness classes. You have access to many of the Ryerson events. Now, on top of that, you're a George Brown student, so you have access to all of our campuses, the large ones, St. James, Casa Loma, Waterfront. You have access to their activities, to their sports facilities, to the libraries, to their computer rooms, to all of those things, including the counseling, the tutoring, etc. We are definitely a downtown school. We're downtown. The two subways that are closest to our campus, College Street Subway Station and Dundas Street Subway. It's like a 10-minute walk. We're close to shops, restaurants, Eaton Center. We are on the campus of Ryerson University. So when you attend our early childhood diploma program or our degree programs, you are first and foremost a George Brown student, but you are also a Ryerson student in a Ryerson facility. However, when you graduate, George Brown College are on all your diplomas and certificates. Accessibility to consultants, personal counseling services are also offered at any of our locations and at Ryerson. Why choose George Brown College? We have expert faculty. Our full-time faculty have direct experience in working in early childhood programs. As well, faculty teams model leadership in the Canadian early childhood sector and bring a rich array of skills to teaching. Our faculty are known across Canada and present and contribute to workshops globally. Many of them are authors, members of boards. They work on policy analysis or developing policy, advocate on behalf of the children, families, and communities, and as well our students, our early childhood educators that have already graduated, as well as those students that are within our program. We also do many conferences and workshops. Why choose George Brown College? Well, our lab schools. As I said, we're the only institution with 12 full-time early childhood programs. Lab schools that we offer. Many of our graduates find employment in our lab schools. The centers enjoy international attention and have an international reputation of high quality care and superb facilities in unique workplace community. And you get to be a part of it and do one of your field placements within our lab school settings. Employers love George Brown graduates for a number of reasons, but I think one of the strongest reasons is the fact that they have 4 field placements that are intense, that give them real work experience, where they actually get to gain the experience and understanding, as I mentioned earlier, of working with families and working with children, learning how to do observations and plan curriculum and work with children and communicate with children. When you leave our program after 4 field practicums, you are well suited and prepared to work in the field. They hire our graduates get scooped immediately. And imagine doing 4 field placements, and if you do a really strong performance and you get good grades, those placements where you worked for your field placement, they will invite you to please submit your resume so that they can consider you for field placements. And in fact, this is where many of our students gain employment in some of their field placements. So we open the doors to many careers and opportunities, and we support you in moving on. With our students that do our degree program, many of our students have gone on after the 4 years. So 2 in the ECE diploma and 2 at George Brown College, completing their honors degree in early childhood leadership. They go on and they do their Masters of Education, or they do their certification to be school teachers, and they move on to work in the Toronto Board Schools. Many continue on and they get their masters in early child education, and they go on and they delve deeper into early child education. Some of them become researchers. We have a number, and we're very proud of it. We have a number of our graduates from our early childhood leadership degree program who have gone on to do their masters, and now they are completing or have completed their doctorate. They now work for us or teach at other universities. Our programs at George Brown open many doors, and it's time to start reflecting on your goals and considering George Brown College as one of your stepping stones. We look forward to working with you. We look forward to helping you reach and attain your goals, and also to support you in setting your goals. You can contact us at the School of Early Childhood. The phone number is 416-415-5000, extension 2310. You can leave a message there and somebody will get back to you. Or you can email us at ece@georgebrown.ca and somebody will get back to you. Once COVID is over and you decide you would like to come and drop by the office, please feel free to. Our office is generally open 9 to 5, 5 days a week. We look forward to seeing you.